attempting that next feed. Well, you've heard it before, not to give out personal information to strangers and to protect your passwords and PIN numbers.
However, criminals are still conning their way into computers. With us in studio today is Stan Prager from GoGeeks to talk about the best ways to stay safe against them. Stan, we're scared.
This is a trick-or-treat time for technology, okay?
Okay.
Scary as well.
I like what you did there.
There's criminals that are thousands of miles away in Ukraine and the former Soviet republics who are making hundreds of millions of dollars all the time off of people just like you and me.
Yeah.
So you're on your computer and all of a sudden a screen comes up, it locks the screen and it says you have infected with malware and viruses, call this 800 number. Now, people freak out when this happens, of course, and they don't think about where this screen would have come from. And who are these people who are going to rescue them? So
do they call the number?
That's the problem. Now you're getting close to the real stuff. Yes. So a lot of people call the number, and in fact, many clients at GoGeeks have done this, and we've warned them again and again. But they still, it's 11 o'clock at night. This comes up on the screen. They're scared. They freak out. Seniors are particularly more likely because they tend to trust information more than younger people who tend to be more skeptical, or people like me who just don't trust anyone. But anyway, they call the 800 number. They talk to somebody on the other phone, on the other line, who tells them that there's malware on their system. They ask to remote into their computer. When they do, they put malware on their computer that wasn't there before, and then they charge you $200 or $300 or $400 to remove the malware that wasn't there. You give them a credit card. Now they've left a little package on your computer. They've hijacked it. They can upload your personal information in the future.
So they can't do it unless you call the number?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Good to know.
In some cases, the computer's locked so that you really need to bring it to a computer professional to get it fixed. In other cases, if you just press the power button and restart it, it'll go away. It depends on how deeply they've gotten into your system.
Is there a telltale sign that this is fake that I'm looking at? Because we cover this. We have you on every single week,
I've covered it multiple times.
Why is it still happening?
But I mean, just recently, a client of mine, who's been through this before, she just got freaked out. It was a weekend. She fell for it, felt really bad. But it does happen because it is scary to people, right? And you don't expect it. And a telltale sign that it's fake is that it exists at all, because nothing legitimate is going to come up that way. Another way this can happen to you is you get that phone call that says it's Microsoft calling. Many of us have experienced this, Your Windows license is expired, call this number. Same scenario. You call that number, somebody convinces you that there's a problem with your computer, they get permission to remote in. Once they remote in, they put malware on your system and they charge you. A third way is, by the way, you can't get your printer to work, so you Google, HP printer drivers for your model. And 3 or 4 quasi-legitimate tech companies come up. You click on that, you call them, they're going to do the same thing. They're like semi-legitimate, semi-criminal. They're going to go in and get it. So what do you do, right?
Yeah, how do you prevent it?
So you prevent it by not falling for it, okay? Like call your computer professional, like call GoGeeks or call whoever. But then if it happens to you, at that point, what you want to do is get your computer into a professional and call your credit card or bank and stop payment on the charge.
Like you. Thank you so much, Stan, for that info.
Nice
we'll
to
give
see
you
you.
a call if it
Happy
happens.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
You too, sir. Happy dressing up as well. I know you have a tradition.
It's my